My name is David White. I am the Director of Programs at Global Freedom Capital Corporation. If you've been thinking about a second passport, chances are you've heard about the Caribbean. And honestly, there's a reason why the Caribbean Citizenship by investment programs are some of the most popular in the world. Today I'm going to walk you through all 5 Caribbean CBI programs, what they offer, what they cost, how long they take, and which one might be the right fit for you. At Global Freedom Capital Corporation, we help high net worth individuals, entrepreneurs, and families obtain second citizenships and residency programs around the world. And the Caribbean? It's one of our specialties. So let's dive in. First, let me give you a quick overview of why Caribbean citizenship by investment is so attractive. These programs were created by island nations to attract foreign direct investment in exchange for citizenship. You invest a specific amount of money, either as a donation to a government fund or into approved real estate. And in return, you and your family receive a second passport. No need to live there, no language test, no long waiting periods. In most cases, you can have your passport in hand within 4 to 5 months. Now, there are 5 Caribbean nations that currently offer citizenship by investment programs. They are Grenada, St. Kitts and Nevis, Antigua and Barbuda, Dominica, and St. Lucia. Each one has its own investment options, pricing structure, processing times, and unique benefits. Let me take you through each one individually. Let's start with Grenada. Grenada is one of the most strategically powerful Caribbean passports available today. Here's why. The Grenada passport gives you visa-free or visa-on-arrival access to over 140 countries, including the United Kingdom, the European Union's Schengen zone, China, Singapore, and Hong Kong. But what makes Grenada truly unique and different from every other Caribbean program is the E2 Treaty Investor Visa with the United States. Grenada is the only Caribbean CBI country that has an E2 treaty with the U.S. What this means is that once you hold a Grenadian passport, you can apply for an E2 visa and live and work in the United States without needing a green card. For entrepreneurs, business owners, and investors who want U.S. access without going through the EB-5 route, this is a game changer. Now let's talk about investment options. For a single applicant, the minimum donation to the National Transformation Fund is $235,000. For a family of 4, it's $235,000 as well. The donation amount does not change based on family size for up to 4 members. If you want to go the real estate route, the minimum investment is $270,000 into an approved real estate project, and you can sell after 5 years. Processing time for Grenada is typically 4 to 6 months. At Global Freedom Capital Corporation, we've consistently helped clients complete their Grenada applications in that window, often right around the 4 to 5 month mark. Now let's talk about St. Kitts and Nevis. St. Kitts and Nevis holds the distinction of having the oldest citizenship by investment program in the world. It was launched in 1984, which means it has over 40 years of history, credibility, and international recognition behind it. The St. Kitts passport offers visa-free or visa-on-arrival access to over 157 countries, including the UK, the Schengen zone, Singapore, and Hong Kong. It's one of the strongest travel documents you can obtain through investment. In terms of investment options, St. Kitts offers several routes. The Sustainable Island State contribution starts at $250,000 for a single applicant. For a family of 4, the contribution is $300,000. There is also a real estate option starting at $400,000 into approved projects, with a mandatory holding period of 7 years. St. Kitts and Nevis is especially popular among clients in the Middle East, Asia, and Africa who are looking for a well-established, globally respected second passport. It's a program with a strong track record and a passport that is universally recognized. Processing time is approximately 4 to 6 months. Next up is Antigua and Barbuda. Antigua and Barbuda is often the most cost-effective option for families, and that's the main reason clients choose it. The National Development Fund donation for a single applicant starts at $230,000. But here is where it gets very interesting for families. A family of up to 4 people can apply for the same $230,000 donation. And for families of up to 6 members, the cost is only $260,000. If you have a large family, this is one of the most competitively priced programs in the Caribbean. The Antigua passport provides visa-free or visa-on-arrival access to over 150 countries, including the UK and the Schengen zone. The processing time is typically 4 to 6 months. There is one unique requirement with Antigua. Citizenship holders must spend at least 5 days in Antigua and Barbuda within the first 5 years of obtaining citizenship. It's a minor requirement, and honestly, Antigua is a beautiful island, but it is something to be aware of. Antigua also offers a real estate investment option starting at $300,000 and a University of the West Indies fund option starting at $150,000. Let's move on to Dominica. Dominica has consistently been recognized as one of the most affordable citizenship by investment programs in the world. It's been ranked highly by global investment migration publications for transparency, due diligence standards, and value for money. The Economic Diversification Fund donation for a single applicant starts at just $200,000. For a family of 4, the cost is $250,000. This makes Dominica one of the most accessible entry points into Caribbean citizenship. The Dominican passport, and I want to be clear, I mean the Commonwealth of Dominica, not the Dominican Republic. These are two completely different countries. Gives you visa-free or visa-on-arrival access to over 140 destinations, including the UK and the Schengen zone. Processing time for Dominica is typically 4 to 6 months. There is no physical residency requirement and no visit required. Dominica is also a very private program. It does not publicly disclose its citizenship records, which is an important consideration for many clients. The 5th Caribbean program is St. Lucia. St. Lucia launched its program in 2016 and has quickly established itself as a credible and attractive option. It's particularly known for its government bond investment option, which is the only one of its kind among Caribbean CBI programs. The National Economic Fund donation for a single applicant starts at $240,000. For a family of 4, the donation is $240,000 as well. But here's what makes St. Lucia unique. It offers a government bond option where you invest $300,000 into non-interest-bearing government bonds, and after 5 years you get your full investment returned. Essentially, it becomes a zero-cost investment over time, apart from the application and processing fees. For clients who view citizenship as a financial instrument as much as a lifestyle decision, this is a compelling structure. The St. Lucia passport offers visa-free or visa-on-arrival access to over 145 countries, including the UK and the Schengen zone. Processing time is 4 to 6 months. Now let me take a moment to compare these 5 programs side by side. If you want the strongest overall passport with U.S. access through the E2 treaty, Grenada is the clear leader. If you want the most prestigious and historically established program, St. Kitts and Nevis is the gold standard. If you have a large family and cost efficiency is your priority, Antigua and Barbuda offers the best value per person. If you're working with a tighter budget, Dominica is typically the most affordable entry point. And if you want to structure citizenship as close to a recoverable investment as possible, St. Lucia's government bond option is worth serious consideration. The right choice depends entirely on your individual circumstances, your passport situation today, your goals for travel and business, your family structure, your budget, and your long-term strategy. That's exactly where professional guidance makes all the difference. Which brings me to Global Freedom Capital Corporation. At Global Freedom Capital Corporation, we specialize in strategic citizenship planning. We don't just process applications. We sit down with our clients, understand their full picture, and we build a customized mobility strategy around them. When it comes to Caribbean citizenship by investment, here is what working with us looks like in practice. First, we start with a strategy session. We assess your eligibility, your goals, and your budget. We present you with the programs that are the best fit for your specific situation and explain the pros and cons of each. Second, once you select a program, we handle the entire process from start to finish. Document collection, due diligence preparation, application submission, government liaison, and approval follow-up. We manage every step. Third, we are responsive. We communicate clearly. We set realistic expectations and we meet them. When we say 4 to 5 months, we mean 4 to 5 months. We have helped clients from across the United States, the Middle East, Asia, Africa, and Europe obtain Caribbean citizenship through multiple programs. We understand the nuances of each program. We know how to prepare a file that sails through due diligence cleanly, and we know how to solve problems when they come up. Our clients are entrepreneurs, business owners, family office executives, attorneys, medical professionals, and investors. What they have in common is that they understand the value of a second passport and they want the process handled professionally. Beyond the Caribbean, we also advise on European residency programs including the Greece Golden Visa, the Portugal Golden Visa, and the Malta Permanent Residence Program. Let me also address a few questions I hear frequently. Is Caribbean citizenship by investment legal? Absolutely. These are sovereign nations exercising their legal right to grant citizenship. The programs are established by legislation, regulated by government agencies, and recognized internationally. This is a fully legal, fully legitimate process. Will my home country have a problem with me holding two passports? This depends on your nationality. Many countries fully permit dual citizenship. Some have restrictions. This is something we assess during the strategy phase for every client. What happens during due diligence? All 5 Caribbean programs conduct thorough due diligence on every applicant. This includes background checks, financial source of funds verification, and identity verification. If you have a clean background and legitimate source of funds, due diligence is a straightforward process. Can I include my children and my parents in the application? In most cases, yes. All 5 Caribbean programs allow inclusion of a spouse, dependent children, and in most cases, parents and grandparents above a certain age. The specific rules vary by program, and we walk every client through exactly who qualifies. Let me summarize what we've covered today. There are 5 Caribbean citizenship by investment programs: Grenada, St. Kitts and Nevis, Antigua and Barbuda, Dominica, and St. Lucia. Each offers a legitimate, government-backed second passport with strong visa-free access, no residency requirements, and processing times of approximately 4 to 6 months. Grenada stands out for the E2 treaty with the United States. St. Kitts leads on prestige and history. Antigua is best for families. Dominica is the most affordable entry point. And St. Lucia offers a unique recoverable bond investment option. At Global Freedom Capital Corporation, we help clients navigate all 5 programs and build a citizenship and residency strategy that works for their specific life, not a generic solution pulled off a shelf. If you're ready to explore your options, reach out to us directly at globalfreedomcapital.com or send us a direct message right here. We offer strategy sessions for qualifying clients, and we're happy to answer your questions. If you found this video helpful, please like it, subscribe to this channel, and leave a comment below with any questions you have about Caribbean citizenship or second passports in general. Thank you for watching. My name is David White, Director of Programs at Global Freedom Capital Corporation. Your second passport is closer than you think.